Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Hagerstown. We are so glad that you are here with us this morning as we rise higher and higher in consciousness in this turning tide. There's a promise, I feel it coming, in the rising of the turning tide, where every burden shall be lifted on the surge of faith inside, and every spirit will feel the blessing, every soul will be satisfied. We are rising higher, higher in this turning tide. We are rising, rising in this turning tide. We are rising, rising in this turning tide. I hear the music in the madness. I see a vision for a brighter day. I draw compassion from our sadness and fuel the fire for a better way. I put my money where my mouth is. I get on board this freedom ride. We are rising higher, higher in this turning tide. We are rising, rising in this turning tide. We are rising, rising in this turning tide. And so the promise becomes the present, and the future is opening wide. We are guided, we are gifted, we are lifted up in faith inside, and nobody can do it for us. We sing our own hallelujah chorus. We are rising higher, higher in this turning tide. We are rising higher, higher. Yes, we are in this turning tide.
Woohoo! What a wonderful way to welcome us in this morning. All right. There we go. Well, I'm Amy Vanette, and welcome my spiritual family, everyone here and those online. We're going to have a great lesson this morning with Reverend Sandy, continuing on our core values here at Unity of Hagerstown, and I think it's going to be really wonderful. We do have a quote here. For the newness of life and of revelation flows in faster as we give out that which we have to help others. From Emil Cady. So a little food for thought there for us. And if you will join me for an opening prayer, just settle down, ground yourself into your feet, sink down into your heart space, gaze softly or close your eyes if that's of interest to you and available. Dear Spirit, we thank you for the wonderful message of love we received last week, and help us carry that forth into our hearts. Help us to set aside what might be troubling us outside these walls today. Help us focus on the present moment as we have the opportunity to sing in celebration and hear wonderful words of comfort and share fellowship with others here in our spiritual family. We know that we are one with you, that we have the ability to shine our light and our love out into the world, and we are thankful for that as we go into our service today. And so it is. Amen. And if you'll join me in our vision statement, guided by Spirit within, we are joyfully united in unconditional love, honoring the divine in all, radiating the message of unity to the world. And then our mission statement, which is about how we develop that vision. Unity of Hagerstown, a welcoming community, embraces spiritual awakening through affirmative prayer and meditation, creating a positive path of abundant living for all. And now we'll have a reading from the Daily Word with Jay Vanette.
Good morning. The overarching word today is possibilities. There are limits to what my mind can imagine. I may find a challenge too big to overcome or too complex to work through. In the past, I might have avoided such challenges, but today, I turn within for guidance. Within my inner sanctuary, I find infinite possibilities. For God, nothing is, or ever could be, impossible. As a spiritual being, I open my mind so these possibilities can enter my imagination. With spiritual sight, I begin to apprehend what is possible. I emerge from my prayer time filled with inspiration and clarity, ready to take the steps necessary to make my vision a reality. I return again and again to the limitless field of infinite potential, where I can claim divine ideas and know the presence and power of God is in and through all things. The reading is from Luke 1:37, "For nothing will be impossible with God." And the statement to repeat today, all together, I open my mind to limitless possibilities. Let that settle for a moment. And again, I open my mind to limitless possibilities.
Thank you, Jay. And now we'll have an opportunity to greet the folks that are here, the folks that are online. If you're new to us, we will try to hug you. Many of us will try to hug you. So make your stance known, but we're so happy that everyone's here, and why don't we greet our neighbors now, and then we'll have another song. Hi friends, how are you? Glad to see you here today with us. Drop a comment or chat with each other during service. Thank you.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, go ahead. Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together, from different worlds we are drawn together. In our own way we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands, we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Together we are strong, together in one song.
Thank you so much, Brett and Patty. What a great song. I love that. Well, hello, everybody. It's good to see each and every one of you. I'm just delighted that you are here with me today. Isn't it great? Yeah, it is great. Okay, so we are going to talk about core values, but first we're going to talk a little bit about the decline of church attendance. Okay, so I know it's a sad thing, although that is a beautiful, I love that photo, actually. So the stats are still kind of being formed for 2024, but estimates are indicate kind of a significant number of closures here in the United States, ranging from 4,000 to 10,000 churches closing last year. Can you believe that? That's crazy. And some reports are suggesting that 25% of the remaining churches will close in the next couple years. In fact, the National Council of Churches estimate 100,000 church closures coming up. So this might lead us to think that maybe church is obsolete. Am I preaching about it today? No, I am not. Because I believe that maybe the way we have done church in the past is obsolete, right? And that there is still a call, a need, a desire for that spiritual community, for connection, for sacred service. That only, well, maybe not only a church, but a church can fill in beautiful ways. That doesn't mean that the church as a body doesn't need to change, because obviously something's not working here. The desire is still there, though. Back when I was growing up, I had 45s, right? And then I had albums, then I had 8 tracks, then I had cassettes, then I had CDs, MP3s. Now I pretty much stream all my music. The desire for music has been with me, all my life, but the format changes. People are still seeking that spiritual gathering, that connection. And as we come together in this ministry, this Unity of Hagerstown, we learn to be the light of the world, to let our lights shine. We learn how to go within when everything on the outside is not making sense. We go within for that deep wisdom. We also learn to heal the wounds that we may have carried around for decades so that we can move forward free. One of the reasons I think that church attendance has declined is authenticity, or maybe it's inauthenticity. So many scandals, so many disturbing stories of ministry leaders. I think people really want to see that spiritual community walk the walk and not just talk the talk. And this is why it's important to identify our core values. What do we stand for? How do we want to present ourselves in the world? And this is why I'm talking about them today, okay? So core values, just to recap, are the principles, the priorities that kind of guide this community. They identify who we are as a community. They also help us navigate tricky situations. We can look at our values and say, are we seeing this from a value stance? They are simply what the organization stands for. And just to review, our core values were identified. We go through it every once in a while, identify what our core values are, because the community changes. People come, people go, so we need to make sure that the values are being reflected, or the community is reflecting the values of the individuals, I guess. So our core values now are compassionate, we are joyful, we are welcoming, we are service-oriented, and we are spiritual. Some of these are the same that we've had before, but what's different are the compassionate and service-oriented. We are moving into a time where this is becoming more and more important for this group, and I love it. So thank you very much for your service. The first one we're going to look at in a little bit more in depth today is spiritual, and then we'll move on to a couple of the others. So, spiritual. I'm a spiritual being living in a spiritual universe governed by spiritual law. This is really the foundation of Unity's teachings. We are spiritual beings. We are an expression of spirit. We are spirit expressing, in other words. And the spiritual laws, you may think, well, what are we talking about here? Well, there's a few of them. As we give, we receive. That's kind of like the most fundamental one, right? And then also in Unity, we teach that what we're thinking, the energy that we're holding, that vibration is creating our life's experience. Thoughts held in mind create after their kind in the outer. So we are spiritual beings. Yes, we're having a human experience, and it's wonderful and messy and tragic and great all at the same time. But we are governed by spiritual laws. So, 1 Corinthians 15:14 tells us if there is a physical body, there is also a spiritual body. For those who like to have that authority, I'm going to give you that biblical authority there. So this core value reminds us that everything is of spirit. In other words, God is present everywhere, even where you are sitting right now. God is present fully. So for a community or an individual to be spiritual, it means that we are aware that we are more than this body. We're more than our history. We're more than our job or our family. We are spirit expressing. We are expressing love. We are expressing peace and wisdom. That we can go within, and there is a home there for us. This presence within that is our true self. So that we can really remember that spiritual identity. We are the presence of God in the world. We are the hands of God in the world. We are the feet, the voice, the eyes of God in this world. Now, there was an old man who lived all alone in his house, and he complained one day to his neighbor that his eyesight must be failing because he couldn't see out the window very well. His neighbor came over and noticed that the window was full of grime. It was pretty dirty. So he cleaned it off until it sparkled, and the man was delighted to find out that he actually could see. And the neighbor said, well, it wasn't your eyesight that had grown dim. You just needed to clean your windows. It was just covered with too much dirt. That's our spiritual path. We need to get rid of all the grime in which we may view the world with. Having spiritual as a core value means that we keep those windows of our hearts open and clean, that we keep seeing, coming back to seeing with the perspective of love. Whenever we hear that old programming play in our head of not enough or limitation or fear, we can endeavor to remember that this value that we are spirit expressing, And we have spiritual tools to help us. We have prayer, we have meditation, we have affirmations. That's what the daily words are. They're affirmations, not to make it true. It's not wishful thinking, but it's the truth of who we are as love expressing. Joel Goldsmith tells us each one of us as a spiritual being is a manifestation of God, an actual expression of God being. We have been given the full dominion of God, which we show forth in various ways by means of various talents or abilities, each of whatever our particular gift may be. I skipped a line, didn't I? Each of these is a facet of God, and we can be full and complete, showing forth whatever our particular gift may be. This is a powerful quote, I feel. I mean, first of all, imagine we have been given the full dominion, all the gifts and abilities that God has, we have within us in potential. All the love there is within us if we can tap into it and we can express it. And as we give forth from those gifts, from those talents, we become full and complete. So, our job is to bring this core value of spiritual into our daily life. And we do that through taking time each day to connect, to go into the silence through prayer, through meditation, and participating in classes and workshops and retreats that encourage deepening our spiritual growth. Through creativity, right? Allow that spirit to express through us, and through service. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, tells us, let the God within you express itself through you in the world without. And we express it in many different ways. When we forget this core value well, actually it's more than that, it's who we are. When we forget who we are as an expression of the divine, we can gently remind ourselves to get out the Windex. Clean the window one more time. Wipe away that which is blocking our view, the fears, the inner critic, the condemnation of others or of ourselves. All the dirt. Let it go so that we can see with a spiritual lens, a clean eye, a clean heart. See that God is present everywhere and that we are God expressing. Dame Julian, a 14th century mystic, tells us all those who are on the spiritual path contain the whole of creation and the Creator. That is because God is inside us, and inside God is everything. So whoever loves God loves all that is. That's a crazy thought, isn't it? All, the whole of God within us. Doesn't mean that it's only there, that God is only here. God is present everywhere. So the whole of God is present everywhere all the time. So I'd like for us to take a time to reflect on this. I'm going to read a daily word from 1965, St. Patrick's Day. And first, let's go ahead and share this affirmation. Let's say this together. I am a spiritual being living in a spiritual world governed by spiritual ideas. So I'm going to invite you just to, if you want to close your eyes or just gaze softly, we're going to take a few moments with this. I am a spiritual being created in the image of God. God has endued me with the divine qualities that enable me to express the gifts given. I have within me the potential of all that is good, all that is perfect. As a spiritual being, I am able to take command of my life and my world. I live in a spiritual world, a world created by God. The air I breathe, the food that nourishes my body, whatever brings joy and comfort to my life, are part of the spiritual world in which I live. I have access to all the good in this world created by God. As a spiritual being, I now claim and lay hold on this good. I am governed by spiritual ideas, the ideas that are eternally true and unchangeable. These ideas are the divine qualities in me that are patterned after God. As I work with spiritual ideas of life, love, wisdom, power, all that is good, every phase of my life is enriched and blessed. And from Romans 8:6, to be spiritually minded is life and peace. I am a spiritual being living in a spiritual world, governed by spiritual ideas. And so it is. So as a community, my friends, we value this together, remembering who we are. There may be times we forget, maybe more often than we like to admit, but we keep coming back to this remembrance. As a spiritual being, we open to the love that has its source within us. And love leads us actually to our next core value that we're going to be looking at, and that's compassion. It's possible to have compassion without love, but I don't think you can have love without compassion. Of course, compassion means having empathy for the suffering of another and being motivated to do something about it. Thomas Merton tells us the whole idea of compassion is based on a keen awareness of the interdependence of all living things. We are all part of this web of life. We are all connected by this spirit of love, Spirit of God. Understanding the presence of God is everywhere, within all creatures, within all creation. Our hearts really can open to the suffering of the world. It's that idea of I am you, you are me. If you are suffering, I am suffering, right? So compassion leads us to do something about it. Sympathy looks in and says, I'm sorry. Compassion goes in and says, I'm with you. Sympathy looks in and says, I would like to help. Compassion says, I'm here to help. Sympathy says, I wish I could carry your burden. And compassion says, here, let me take that burden for you. So, our next core value is related to compassion, and that's service-oriented. But there's a difference. There's an overlap, but there's a difference. Compassion begins by turning within, being compassionate towards ourselves so that we might become more compassionate with others. With service, we are looking outward. How can I serve? How can I serve another? How can I serve this community, this world? What can I do? How can I apply my gifts and talents here? We look for opportunities, even if it's just opening the door for someone. It doesn't matter. Service has no hierarchy, you know. If you're serving another, you're serving. So being service-oriented, we look for ways to make a difference, to utilize those gifts of God that we've been given. There's a story from O Magazine from a few years back about Rose Espinoza and her husband. They moved into their first home back in early 1991 in California, and they pretty soon after that began wondering if they had made a mistake, because these boys would hang out on the street corners with baseball bats, and they weren't looking for a pickup game, okay? So after there was a drive-by shooting on their street, they really began to wonder if they had made a mistake, because they had an 8-year-old son. They were concerned about his safety. So the Espinozas wanted to do something about it, so they initiated a neighborhood watch program. But the morning after the first meeting, they got a very clear message spray painted on their truck: keep your mouth shut. They knew that they had to take a different approach. So they started thinking about what might be helpful here. How can they make a difference? How can they use their gifts in this situation? So in September of the same year, Rose transformed her 2-car garage into a free after-school K-12 tutoring program. And Rosie's Garage is what it was called, complete with computers, which in 91, that would have been something, I think, books and equipment, and they offered free lemonade to the kids. The first day they opened, they had 16 kids show up. And they soon had to recruit high school students that had good grades to help with the tutoring. It was the first tutoring program in the neighborhood. And it was clear that the neighborhood kids really did want to learn. Within 2 years, Rosie's Garage transformed their neighborhood with higher academic scores and decreased crime rates. It was such a great idea, it began to spread. There are multiple communities in California that have this after-school program in, someone's garage, I guess, but they serve about 200 children at any given time. Looking for ways to serve, using the gifts that we've been given, the talents that we have, spiritual, compassion, service-oriented. When we are feeling out of balance, individually, or if we are feeling a little dysfunctional as a group, we are moving away from our core values. That's how we know. So when we have that in mind as not as a warning signal, but as something to pay attention to, it's like, wait a second. We're feeling a little funky here. Let's look at what we're doing. Are we being compassionate? Are we being service-oriented? Are we remembering who we are as a spiritual being? We can bring balance back in. When we are living these values, that's when we feel harmonious. That's when we feel like in the flow. That's when we feel ease. A certain satisfaction. Life is good, right? Mirabai Starr tells us that our challenge is not only to recognize the face of the Creator in the beauty of creation, but also to serve the divine by taking care of the land, the air, and all beings that dwell with us here. All beings. This is why we are moving to compostable plates. We are moving to, for potlucks and dinners, instead of paper goods or styrofoam goods, we're moving to things that can be washed. We're making moves. There are certainly areas that we can move into becoming a greener congregation, which I think will happen in the days to come. But this is why we serve all creation. Emily Cady, who was considered the teacher of teachers, tells us stagnation is death. A pool cannot be kept clean and sweet and renewed unless there is an outlet as well as an inlet. It is our business to keep the outlet open, God's business to keep the stream flowing in and through us. Unless you use for the service of others what God has already given to you, you will find it a long, weary road to spiritual understanding. I don't think she pulled any punches. So she's just saying, this is it. If you're not growing, you're dying, basically. Stagnation is death. So it's our business to keep those windows of our minds clear, clean from dirt, and let God lead us. We don't have to worry about that. We go within to determine what is ours to do, and then we do it. Okay? So we're going to move into a time of meditation. I invite you to get comfortable if you need to adjust your position at all. This will be a guided meditation, followed by a few minutes of silence. It's usually about 8 minutes altogether, more or less, and we'll come back with beautiful music by Brett and Patty. So, no pressure there. We know it's going to be good. So as we sit comfortably, I invite you to close your eyes or gaze softly down on the ground. Begin paying attention to your breath and allow your body to relax. With each exhale, let go of a little bit of the tension that you may be carrying. With each inhale, bring your focus back to the breath. Letting go of the tension, softening the body, allowing the thoughts to slow down, not forcing anything. Becoming present here and now. And now I invite you to do a simple meditation if you like. And that's with the inhale, think God is. With the exhale, I am. God is, I am. And if you want to add a word to it, God is love, I am love. You can, or just keep it with God is, I am. As we go into a few moments of silence, if you find your thoughts drifting away, bring them back to God is, I am. God is, I am. And as we continue to sit restfully, I invite you to enjoy this song by Karen Drucker, performed by Brent and Patty.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Thank you, Brent and Patty. It was such a beautiful song. So for our offertory prayer, we're going to do something a little different. This is from Candace and the dance alchemy workshops that we've been having here quarterly. And there are emotions. Are you ready? Let's see if I can remember this. Where's Diane? If I get it wrong, okay, let me know. So the first one, we start with our hands on our heart. And then when we're saying, I release, we're just letting it go, right? I release from my life everything that is no longer serving me, right? And then I deserve the limitless abundance of the universe and now open to it. We're open to everything, all that good stuff. I have so much love and abundance that I give joyfully to those around me, knowing that what I give, make a little heart, send it out, we're giving it, okay, returns to me multiplied. Yes. Okay. So can we do this together? Okay. Let's see if I don't know the words, so I have to kind of look this way. Okay. So together, hands on hearts. I release from my life everything that is no longer serving me. I deserve the limitless abundance of the universe and now open to it. I have so much love and abundance that I give joyfully to those around me, knowing that what I give returns to me multiplied. And so it is. Yes. Okay, so during the offering, we'll have a song by these people over here.
We sit in this circle and hold this ground in sacredness, this world to bless. We sit in this circle and pass around our thankfulness, our thankfulness. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks to you. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks for helping us through. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks to you. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks for helping us through. We sit in this circle and hold this ground in sacredness, this world to bless. We sit in this circle and pass around our thankfulness, our thankfulness. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks to you. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks for helping us through. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks to you. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks for helping us through. Oh, Spirit. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks to you. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks for helping us through. One more time. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks to you. Oh, Spirit of life, we give our thanks for helping us through.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Great song. So we have a few announcements, so bear with me. This is a busy group. Go figure, right? Okay, so these that are listed up there, I'm not going to talk about their recurring monthly events. If you're interested in them, check out, just ask somebody or ask me, that would be fine. But the ones I do want to talk about is Dinner and a Movie. This is Wednesday night. The movie is an award-winning documentary, Wolf's Message. We're going to pass around sign-up sheets because I need to know how many people are coming. And it is on a medium who connects a couple, two parents, with their son who has passed on. So very powerful film. I hope you are able to watch it. Vegetarian meal, light, delicious. I don't know what else. I don't know the menu yet, so I can't really say anything else about it. And then on the 10th at 10 a.m., we are having our vision and mission wordsmithing. We decided to open it up to anybody who feels called to help us really create from all the work that we did at the workshop. You don't have to have attended the workshop, but if you want to come help us create that vision and mission statement, you are welcome to come. And then dinner and craft night on the 18th. Steph will be leading us in this craft. I will find out what it's going to be and let you know. But it's always a lovely time. We made snowmen last time. Yeah, yes, we did. So they're sitting on the organ there. And then Children's Church, thank you very much. Kathy Palmer, we love you, we admire you, yes. We'll be starting up on the 20th. If you have a child or grandchild and they are coming with you, please let Kathy know so that she has enough resources to cover the day. So this will be going first and third is that right? First and third Sundays of each month, moving forward. Okay, and then of special note, it gets its own special page, is the Bob Sima concert. And this is happening Saturday, July 26th. There's a QR code to get tickets. If you're not familiar with Bob Sima, we will be singing one of his songs in just a few minutes. And it is amazing. He's great. So please give yourself the treat of coming. Bring friends, bring neighbors, it's here. And the food is not a sit-down dinner, it is a light snack or appetizer, I guess. Finger food, okay? All that for $25. It's a great deal, really and truly. And I want you to save the date for our next meditation retreat coming up August 9th. And there are flyers for that as well. These are great day retreats, by the way, so at this time, we're going to say goodbye to our beloved Facebook friends. We love you. We bless you. We see the light that you are. Thank you for being part of this community, and enjoy the week. Stay cool.